sit down, cozy up, grab your favorite comfort drink.
Because you're now listening to the Sippin' Pretty podcast.
Welcome back to your favorite podcast, Manifesting It.
Your favorite two chismosas. We posted on our Instagram story that for the month of September, we're going to be letting you, the listener, choose the topics that we talk about. Because we wanted to get into our little spooky episodes. We kind of did a little sneak peek last episode, but we also don't want to run out of spooky episodes before October. So
we want to save that for, again, like you said, October, when it's like focused on like spooky stuff, spooky vibes. Also, I feel like giving you guys a chance, it's not, because one of the concerns that I told you about was, but like I don't want it to feel like they're deciding what we're gonna do for our episode, or like they're making our episode for us. It's more of like, because we're not narrowing it down to like only one topic,
right?
It's literally tell us anything you want advice on, anything you want a hot take on, and we'll give it to you. So it's literally what we're here for, advice,
right?
You know, giving the girlies a different point of view. So
and I think it's a good opportunity for those who have already like become dedicated listeners, to like feel like they're getting involved. So I think it's a good little way to keep you guys in the loop and act as if you are here with us, maybe a little bit. So so we have quite a bit of responses to share,
and I'm so glad we do. Like every time we do those, it's so nerve-wracking because like, what are they like? I don't imposter syndrome. Almost. Like, who do you think you are?
Respond.
Like, I know, but when we get all these answers and like questions, it's heartwarming. But it's also like, I'm sorry, you have issues, and like I'm gonna give you advice on them as I would want anyone else to do.
So we actually got quite a few, and we're like, we're not even gonna narrow it down to just one topic today. We're just gonna do it kind of like a Q&A form and answer all of the submissions that we got, and that should be a good, well-rounded little
also,
session.
Let me backtrack. I know I said, I'm sorry you have issues. I don't mean it like you have issues, girl. I mean it like, I'm sorry that you're going through something. That's what I mean. Like, it's more like in a compassionate way, not in a shady way. So, okay? Like, I'm really sorry for you. So I hope we can help. Yeah.
All right.
Let's get into it. I think we can knock out motherhood out of the way because we have two.
We have two that are around motherhood.
Yeah.
And this was actually one of the topics that we were thinking about discussing anyways, kind of like birth stories, and we each have two kids, but you have the girls, I have the boys, so like just kind of, I don't know,
also
going into that.
If we do take a little bit of time on this one, apologies in advance. Motherhood is not just a
short answer,
or it's not like we can narrow it down to one thing, because everything falls under the motherhood umbrella, so we'll do our best to like, I don't know, I guess address some things. Where
should we start with this one? Should we go over like in-depth birth stories, or should we save that for another one?
Another episode,
Okay.
When I think motherhood, like feel like the main points are managing your new life, or like
and embracing your new, because it does
your new self.
It does like turn you into a whole new person, which sounds like so cliche, but it really is true. Like if you fully step into that motherhood role, like we've talked about in previous episodes, sometimes like in my instance, like that motherly instinct from my mom didn't like fully kick in. But if you have that full mother instinct, the second it's not even the second that your baby's born, it's the second that you like feel that baby inside of you, then you really become like a whole new version of yourself.
A common question that I personally would always get is, how do you like find time for yourself in motherhood? And I will say, even though I try my hardest to this day, it is still something that I haven't gone down to a T, just because every day looks different. One day your kid is going to be just entertained with anything and everything and not want nothing to do with you. And the next day they can literally want everything to do with you, not want you to put them down, and you don't have time.
Don't leave their sight type of thing.
Yeah, and sometimes, and what we say is like, don't forget to put yourself first, but you do have to understand and just give yourself grace in the sense of like, sometimes you won't have the time to put yourself first.
Yeah.
And that's okay, because your children always come first. But we put ourselves first in the sense of like, we try to find time here and there during the week to do what we love for ourselves as women. If there's a week where you didn't get to do that, that's fine. Just prioritize it in the next week. So don't think your life has to be perfect. I feel like maybe type A people try to find that time all the time. Honestly, I'm a type B person, and it's sometimes it does weigh a lot on me.
Yeah.
Where I really do forget to prioritize myself and forget to like have an organized schedule, and I just go with the flow. But then that doesn't really set future me up for success, because then I'm just left in this constant like ball of mess that just keeps rolling and just keeps picking up more like chaos, you know, rather than having like a set schedule. Hey, you know what, I'm gonna find a free spot during the day to go do this, go do that. But
I feel like it really is just like one day at a time though. Like as like unorganized as that may like feel to you, it really is just like
sometimes what works best.
One day at a time. Like you could have the most organized schedule, and I don't know, you wake up one day and your kid is sick, or you know, your car breaks down or something, and so then all of that goes, what you had planned goes out the window, and it's just like rolling with the punches basically type of thing. I've found that what really has helped me feel like I'm in like a like established schedule has been school. So like since my kids are in school now, everything really is just like on a timeline that's like laid out for me, basically. And so that's what's helped a little bit. And also I was gonna go into like, I guess you like touched on finding time to do things for yourself, making sure like your cup is filled in some capacity in order for you to like pour into your family. And this podcast, like that's my me time. That's my like hobby. Like I even had a friend who I think I had told you had said like, oh yeah, like I'm tuning into your podcast, like I really like it, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, it's a nice little hobby, like, because that's really is, as like dedicated as we are to it,
it's fun to us.
It's fun. It doesn't like, for me at least, it hasn't felt like work yet. And so that's something that I can look forward to, that I know is something that I'm doing for myself, that like basically recharges me and gets me ready to, okay, now like I feel fulfilled enough that I can like I'm calm going into having to take care of my kids, because it does feel like overwhelming sometimes to have so many people like depending on you. And I now that my son is a little bit older, I try to explain that to him a little bit when we're talking about like patience and him like wanting something, or you know, wanting me to do something for him and I'm caught up doing something else, and me having to explain to him, like, I need you to just be patient with me, because you have to understand that I'm only one person and doing everything.
And we're human.
Right. And then he kind of gets that perspective where he's like, oh, okay, like, yeah, it does make sense. So, filling your own cup, finding something, and having that understanding too, that not everything's going to be perfect, whether you're, like you mentioned, type A, type B, you think you have it all figured out, like your schedule or whatever. It's always going to be just rolling with the punches and kind of like figuring it out on a whim sometimes. And
make your husbands listen to this part right here. As a woman, as a mother, taking a few hours off during the day, once a week, twice a week, picking up a Pilates class, going to coffee with your friend, it isn't to have just free time. It isn't just to go and have time for yourself. I'm glad you touched on patience, because it is to recharge on your patience. It is to decompress from all the overstimulation. It is to feel like a girl again, because when you don't do that, you're like a battery. You're gonna overheat. You're gonna explode if you're constantly working overtime, because as much as we want to try and as much as we love our children, there are going to be times when they overstimulate you, when you just want to snap at them. You're just so full of it. You have, the dishes aren't done, you did everything, but the laundry hasn't been done. And it's just this constant pressure that you put on yourself.
And that's when the burnout comes.
And that's when the burnout comes, because men, right? I mean, our husbands, I can say for Alex, we had this one, it wasn't a fight, it was like it was a conversation where I expressed my feelings to him. They played softball every Fridays, and he was also coaching a little kids baseball team. And there was a point where he would get home, leave right away, and I really only had, I think, Thursdays like free with him. And I wasn't like, I was happy for him, whatever. I was just more jealous of the fact that he had something going for him that was his. Like a time for him to go and do what he loves. Because both our partners played baseball in high school, like for a long period of time.
Like that's their hobby. That's what
like they love that, right? And I was like, dude, like I'm actually so jealous of you.
Yeah.
Like I'm a mom day and night. I don't get to be just me and do something I love. This was before we started the podcast, too, I believe. I was like, I don't have something that's just me, that I get to do that I love. And men do tend to have more time, because as mothers, as women, we pick up on that area of like, you don't have to worry about a babysitter because we're here.
Right.
You don't have to worry about dinner because we're here, right? So as much as we want our men to be considerate, a lot of the times you do have to bring that up yourself.
For him.
Because it doesn't make them bad people. It doesn't make them like inconsiderate. It just means that
they don't have the same understanding. So you sometimes do need to like break it down for them and be like, but look, this is my point of view.
Yeah.
You know, and then usually that
like,
clicks for them, and they're like,
what,
oh yeah,
babe, you're right, babe. Like I didn't think about it like that.
Because I've had similar conversations. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I've had similar conversations with Billy too, because like fishing is one of his hobbies.
Yeah.
And if your man likes to fish or whatever, I don't know about yours, but mine likes to go like early in the morning, because that's like when the fish are out, you know, like they don't go when it's like really hot out or whatever. And so he'd go like really early in the morning, and our like rule of thumb would basically be like, okay, you can go from 5-6 a.m. to like 8-9 a.m. Just be back basically when the boys are getting ready to get up for the day, and you can help me out with I don't even want to call it like morning routine, because it's never the same, for us at least. But like just getting them ready for the day, getting them breakfast.
The chaos of I'm hungry, I need clothes,
yes,
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah. So that's kind of how we would manage that too. But I had to put that into perspective for him too, because like if it were up to him, he'd be out there all day.
Yeah.
You know, but just understanding that, hey, like not only as a stay-at-home mom am I with them every day, all day long. And so then this is your opportunity, because the other thing is that he would go on Sundays, which are basically the only days that he has off.
Yeah.
So it's like we're missing out on time with you, plus I'm just getting more overstimulated, because it's just another day where you are fully able to be home with me, helping me, but you're out like enjoying yourself. Yeah. Where there is that little bit of like jealousy.
Yeah, and it's like that's fine, but like be back so I don't have to carry
so
this
that's
whole
how we've
weight
managed
on me.
that. Is like the timeline of it.
And the issue isn't that they don't see this perspective at the beginning, right? You want to focus on how they receive it. Right. Once you bring up the issue. If they have a problem with it, then that's a big issue, right? That's a major red flag. But if they receive it and they see the point of view and they actively
work with you on it,
want to make a change, and hey, babe, you know what? Yeah, like that is what matters.
Right.
Because again, it's not, it's going to come out so wrong. They're not stupid. They're not, they're just, again, they just don't have the same perspective because they don't carry the weight of it throughout the whole week. Yeah. You know, so they don't feel
Another
it as
thing
much.
that I've talked to him about is like when it comes to like his work versus my work, like as a mom, I'm like, you get to step away.
You don't carry it home with you.
Yeah, you get to step away from it. And not only that, but when you're at work, yes, you are like, I tell him, like, yes, you have responsibilities, like you're a boss, right? But you're a boss of grown men. You get to have conversations with grown adults all day long. Like, you're not in charge of, these, like, tiny humans that you are, like, fully in charge of, like, shaping into who they become.
Yeah.
You know? And, yeah, you get to leave it at the end of the day. I don't get that all the time.
You never clock out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're needed, I mean, even at nighttime, right? Because our partners wake up, sometimes they'll wake up as early as literally midnight. Get off of work, eat dinner, go to bed, and have to be up again at 12:30 in the morning. But for the most part, they wake up around, well, my Alex wakes up about like 3 in the morning, leaves the house by 4. And one of the things with that, where I'm getting to is, if our children wake up in the middle of the night, it's us who have to tend to them, because we, at the end of the day, do get more sleep than them. But it doesn't take up from the fact that our sleep is also getting disrupted. Sometimes multiple times a night, you know? I mean, me with little ones. So it's like that. We never clock out. We're always the primary parent. We're always the one that knows exactly where everything is. Me on the weekends, I don't change a fucking diaper. I tell Alex, dude, I deal with it 5 days a week, all day long. I get the bad ones, I get the nasty ones. You can do the weekend ones. Like, I don't care. It's 2 days. Yeah. And he doesn't like complain about it, but it's just me telling him, like, and sometimes I'll lay in bed, and if June's crying or something, Alex goes and gets her. Why? Because I'm doing that all week long. And
it's like our little break.
It's our little break, yeah, because it's like, yes, I'm her parent, but you're also her parent. Don't forget that. Yeah. Just because I'm the primary one doesn't mean that you can just hang out. Yeah. Because we can hang out while also taking care of our children equally. Right. Right? It's not, I'm taking more of the weight. You know, you get what I mean. Yeah. Yeah.
I think this would be kind of like a good thing to like add my perspective on like having more kids too. Billy, if it were up to him, we'd have like 6 kids. Yeah. But that's just because like he comes from a big family, so he like wants a bigger family. And for him, that perspective is just like, oh yeah, big family, like just having more kids. Yeah. For me, it's like, oh my gosh, taking on the 2 that I already have, going through pregnancy again, dealing with, this is why it came up for me, was because you were like your little ones, like waking up in the middle of the night, having to completely restart the newborn stages and just everything that comes with having a new baby and being the mom of a new baby. Yeah. While already having kids who are grown enough to wipe their own ass, like, and then having to restart that, like, it does bring a little bit of reservations. And that's what I've had to like talk to him about, is like, while I would love to like have more kids, I want to be like super intentional and like realistic with it too.
And not
like
only that, but I feel like once you get a taste of freedom again, because I'm gonna call it freedom,
it's like you have hard to think about going back.
You have your 2 little ones are in school now. This is the first year where you don't have a kid home. So you literally have more time for yourself, more time. You were talking about picking up on Pilates classes. And once you get a taste of that, it's like, wait, I want to enjoy this. Right. Right? So yeah, when the thought of, for a man, it's so easy to say, I want more kids.
Just want more kids.
But to you, it's like, okay, and are you gonna go through the hormonal changes? Are you gonna go through the body autonomy changes, like you know,
breastfeeding, like just everything that comes with being a mom, like having to think about completely restarting after you already have kids that are like past those stages and very like they have that sense of independence now, is really like it definitely plays a big part in thinking about like whether we're gonna have more kids or not. Which right now, I mean, we've talked about it, and like I would love to have at least 1 more, but I think we are just being, like I said, like really intentional with like the timing of it. Like we are trying to plan it as best as we are, you know, in control of that.
Another thing, and might be the last, so just again, guys, if you want to skip through this, go ahead, but motherhood, it's a lot.
It's well-rounded.
Another thing that is very common with young moms and even older moms is a lot of outside opinions. And boundaries. People overstepping boundaries. I cannot tell you how many times someone has told me to do something different with my kids. Even when they were younger, I know that I got in a few, like, not arguments, but I don't know, disagreements with my mom or my aunts, because if my kids were having a fever, right away, give her Tylenol, give her this, give her that. But because I informed myself with, like, febrile seizures, that they're called, seizures,
Cerebral?
I don't know, I think they're febrile seizures. You got it. They're just seizures induced by high fevers. And what I learned from them is that, and don't quote me on this, but quote me if it's right, look it up. If you constantly are giving your child Tylenol for a fever, you're not letting the body do what it needs to do, and the fever is just going to keep coming back.
Yeah.
So what I usually opt for is I'll rub their little feet with vinegar for a long time, or I try to, like, we'll literally stay up all night, you guys, doing this whole process. I'll put a damp rag on their head to try and bring the fever down, cool them down. But I will use Tylenol as the last resource. I will let them have a fever for at least 6 hours. Then I get to, and I try to comfort them for the most. Like,
and it's like a low grade fever, obviously, not like 103 degrees where it's like, take them to the doctor. But.
Trust me, but if it's like a low grade fever or it's getting to like the high 99, then that's when I opt for Tylenol. But my point is, I have had them say, give her medicine. And it's like, dude, let me do what I want to do, because too much medicine for a child can make their kidneys, it can hurt their kidneys. And it's just like, that's my fucking child.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I get it, you did, because their excuse is, well, my kids are alive. It's like, good for you. You got lucky, because that is not the case for some moms.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times do you hear about a kid who got accidentally overdosed on Benadryl, or was given too much Tylenol or too much ibuprofen?
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm sorry, maybe it's my anxiety, maybe it's me just being, I don't know, exaggerating.
But I think
but it's also
that being the way that you want to raise your kids is reason enough.
It's yeah, and it's like, dude, if I want to go about it the more holistic way, I'm gonna go about it that way.
Right.
You know, like, again, different opinions. Some moms are gonna give you opinions on what you're feeding your fucking kid. Hey, if your kid is eating, good for them.
I think the biggest thing when it comes to, like, difference in opinions, and a lot of, like, we touched on this the last podcast, but, like, mom shaming and things like that, just comes from how much the, like, internet has taken over, and how many different perspectives we are, like, constantly consuming.
Yeah.
Because then that does, like, naturally lead to, like, comparison and like
self-doubt as a mom.
And things like that. And so I think just being very set in, like, your thoughts and your beliefs and the way that you choose that you want to raise your kids, is just really important too, because you will get a lot of
outside perspectives. Yeah, and I'm glad you touched on that, because there will be so many ways to go about something, so many opinions, so much advice. Pick what works best for you. Don't overwhelm yourselves. You can pick your best option based on your financial situation, based on your home situation. There are so many factors that go into, like, what you're gonna pick that works best for you, right? A lot of moms, you don't have to breastfeed. We say fed is best. If you have the financial means to buy a formula and you want to do that, go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
I breastfed because we didn't have the financial means to be spending $100 on formula every week.
And when you did decide to start supplementing formula, you touched on this before.
Yeah.
You guys were, like, saving up for a formula.
For a formula. And, you know, and people are going to give me bullshit probably. Why the fuck are you having a kid if you can't afford it? Dude, I fucking work my butt off to produce breast milk, and that is what matters. As long as you can find a way that works for you and your family, and to get your family... God, I'm sorry, guys. I'm bilingual. I sometimes struggle. O sea, sacar tu familia adelante. Like, how do you say it? Like
whatever work, I don't know.
Like, just to get your... I don't know, just...
To provide for your family?
Yeah. There you go. Like, as long as you're providing for your family and providing what's best for them, then
Whatever works for your family.
chef's kiss. Yeah. I hope we answered.
It wasn't even a question format, because that's what I was thinking about too. I was like, I hope I answered your question. It was basically just motherhood in general.
Yeah.
But if there's more specific questions around motherhood that you would like answered, when we post the little Instagram story next week, make sure to submit those specific questions. Finance management among couples, currently trying to find a happy medium. So at one point, Billy and I were in the position where I was working, and so was he. So we were both bringing in income, and that definitely is like, it's a big difference to have two incomes that you're working off of rather than one income. What worked best for us when we both were working was we had separate bank accounts, and then we had a joint bank account. And we would get paid to our separate bank accounts, and then we would pay all our bills with the joint bank account. And that's the way that we kind of were able to like manage our money, because obviously after we split up the portions of whatever, you know, we paid together, we had left like our like spending money. And I'm just gonna be honest with you, we have never been in the financial position to be like actively saving like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. I think that's just been because of, you know, economically and being young parents and having to provide for not only ourselves but our children too. We've just, unfortunately, we haven't reached that point of financial stability yet. So, yeah, what we're earning is basically going towards bills and then whatever other needs we need. You know, when the boys were little, it was, you know, diapers, formula. Now we are in the position where Billy is the sole provider. So we only have our joint bank account. We don't have separate bank accounts. Everything comes out of our joint account. And that's just what's worked best for us.
With touching on like finding a happy medium, I always look at life as a glass half full, because same as Desi, we've never been in a financial space to like save up for just an emergency fund or whatever. We live with my mom. And even then, we actually made a really bad financial decision, and it was the car that we got. We have a Jeep, and because we live with my mom, we're like, you know what, we don't have to worry about paying rent anywhere. So, well, we pay for our car payment plus insurance is what would cost to get an apartment or pay for a monthly rent of an apartment. And had we gotten a smaller car, we would be saving ourselves
$150.
I wish.
More than that.
We would be saving ourselves like $600.
Yeah.
So, again, you live and you learn, and you make mistakes and you learn from them, right? So looking back, we're like, damn, we fucked up. But now we do our best to just stay on top of things, because literally it's just priorities, you guys. And having kids, you want to do your best to like give them a fun childhood, and sometimes that just means taking them to the park where you don't have to spend any money. Sometimes that just means going out for a walk.
But sometimes that means a Happy Meal and
and you know
ice cream
what?
dates and letting them pick out whatever they want at the grocery store. And
Literally their favorite snack or some chips or even a candy. And sometimes you just have to make those sacrifices, and as much as we want to do more for them, you have to find that happy medium, because you also have to prioritize your bills. Don't fall back on them, because if you trust me, I know we fell behind on our car payment for like 5 months. And when I tell you, it sucked ass trying to get caught up again. We were having to take out from Alex's paychecks more than we would be if we were caught up. So now that we're caught up, is such a relief. It's like, oh, now we have more money left over, right? Another thing is, when we take out what we need for like the G payments or like our phone payments and stuff, insurance, we also try to, even if we have free money, we try to take out from that as well and start having a little bit extra. So we will limit ourselves to like $300 a week and put everything else aside. And we're like, okay, look, we're gonna try to live off of this money for 7 days.
If something comes up where we need to touch what we put away,
we're able to do that. And guys,
so that's how you like budget.
That's how we budget. And it works for us. It's worked up until now. We just really are. There's nothing that scares me more than falling behind on my motherfucking bills, because that shit's hard. Trust me, take it from me. Don't do it.
But there's a couple things you just touched on that sparked, because we've had conversations about this. For one, not only like financially as far as like what you're bringing in paycheck wise, but also credit limits and like credit cards and things like that play a huge part in being able to, one, like have the credit score to go and you know, own a house and get a new car and all the things, right? But also what you're able to afford spending. Because I never was taught like what credit was or anything like that. I got my first credit card when I was like 18. It was literally Victoria's Secret. And I had like $100 limit on it. And then when I finally did open a credit card, I got approved for like $1,000. And that's still the credit limit that I have to this day. I've never asked for a credit limit. I've never, you know, we have another credit card through like Lowe's for literally just home stuff. We got it when we were in a house that didn't have like central air conditioning and we needed to get a swamp cooler. And so we just pulled out a credit card for that. That's like $1,000 limit as well. And then Billy has his own, which is like a $1,500 limit. And that's it. That's all we have as far as like credit limits go. And so when we were talking about this, I was like, you know how we always see people out there like living their best life, and you know, it feels like they're always going out and they're always spending money and they're always doing this and they're always doing that. And a lot of it is because they're not spending the money that they are bringing in from their 9 to 5. They're spending the money that they have on their credit cards and then making the minimum payment due on the credit cards with the money that they're earning. So that's another thing that plays a big part in people's finances is like, okay, are you spending like just from what you're earning, or are you spending plus like spending what you're earning plus like your debt essentially from your credit cards and things
also
like that.
Speaking of credit and stuff like that, and I am victim of this, where I will see a big influencer going on a shopping spree every weekend, or going to fucking Sephora twice a week, or you know, literally going in, just splurging money on whatever they want. They use those as tax write-offs,
right,
guys,
on their
content stuff. Not all of us can. Us who don't make money off of social media, we can't do that. So it's really essentially you're just losing money, right? But for them, they're able to benefit off of all that spending. And it's also really easy to, I think you've mentioned this before, comparison is a thief of joy. And as much as sometimes I would love to go and do that, I used to do that before we got the Jeep. Because I know if you followed me from way back when, I used to go to Sephora and do these Sephora hauls, and I spent like $1,000 in like, I want to say like 3 months, like 4 months, just going to Sephora. I got a fucking Dyson Airwrap. Actually, I spent more. It was like $2,000. I got the Dyson Airwrap. I got a bunch of just high-end makeup, unnecessary, before we had the Jeep, before we had all of this. But then now when we got the Jeep and stuff, now I look at other content creators and I'm like, damn, like, you know, like kind of sucks, because you think that you have to like spend money to make content. But you don't, again, just keep that in mind. A lot of influencers use it as tax write-offs. So don't compare yourself to them.
It's all like, it's all based on your needs, what you're bringing in, what you need to spend, your bills, like all of that.
I mentioned this in my TikTok because Ro just launched at Sephora. It has taken every fiber in my body to not go to Sephora and buy something. Because, dude, I don't know. With me, I feel like ordering online is too much work for me simply because I do not want to do the whole ordering process, waiting for it to get here. So the fact that it's within like a 7-minute drive, I want to drive myself. But it's also like, no, because guess what? I don't have the fucking means to just go and splurge fucking $30 on a fucking millionaire's brand while she's over there fucking throwing parties on her launch. Like, good for you, women empowerment. But it's just kind of like, you know what? I have to reality check myself sometimes. I have to go outside and touch grass where it's like, girl, it's okay to not be able to do that. It's okay because, hey, guess what? I already have makeup. I don't need it. You know, maybe next week, maybe once our bills are paid, maybe I'll be able to go and splurge at Sephora or something. But
I think basically what it comes down to is when it comes to like finances, it really is just like a learning experience. You have to learn as you go, especially if you weren't like taught about credit and budgeting and all these things while you were growing up, and then you just get thrown into adulthood and it's like, okay, here's a job and here's bills and figure it out. Then it really is just like a learning experience. And you know what, we were just talking about this earlier and you were like, I don't care if we have to rent for 10 years before we're able to buy a house. Like, you just have to figure out what works for your family. And I mean, me and Billy, we're almost 30 and we're still renting. Like, we aren't gonna be buying a house anytime soon, hopefully in the next like year or two, but we'll see how it all works out.
Hopefully we answer your question.
Yeah.
And if not, then go.
Honestly, when I saw this one, I told Carolina, I was like, I'm the last person you should be taking any financial advice from. But I can tell you what we do and what works for us. Next question.
Oh, we can follow up on that.
Oh yeah, read
that DM.
The DM.
Okay.
It's probably going to be along the same lines of what we said, but there's a little bit more detail to this one.
Yes. This one says, as someone who does not, quote unquote, work myself, T-girl work, because if you're a mom, again, you never clock out. Husband is the only provider. Keep in mind, I'm the one with control over the bank account. Would you be okay with husband paying bills, groceries, and all, which I'm extremely grateful for, don't get me wrong. Not ever is there a gift, never a let's go out and eat, never get something for the gym, never get some money for your nails, brows, etc. Me going from blonde, high maintenance hair to natural color, dyeing it out only 2 times a year to save and not stress him. What are your takes on this? Personally,
I think anytime you go from, and who knows, maybe they've never had 2 incomes and it's always been 1 income, but she also said that she went from like having high maintenance hair and things like that to having to like compromise or having to settle a little bit. Not necessarily in a bad way, but just settle as far as like not doing everything that you have been or that you used to do before or whatever. So maybe she did have her own income before, like when they weren't together or something. But where I'm going with this is when making that transition from 2 paychecks to 1, or from having just your paycheck and only having to provide for yourself to now 1 paycheck for multiple people and then you being the one like budgeting for that. It does make sense to have to like cut some things out. The hair is a really good example because like I'm in that same position where like I can't always afford to go get my hair done or my nails done or things like that. But what I will say is, circling back to the very first topic that we talked about, filling your own cup, that is super important. And whether it is a $5 to $7 coffee, or it is having the means to go get your nails or your hair done, you need to find something to fill your cup. Same thing with pouring into your relationship, as far as there not being any date nights or any little, you know, gifts or like acts of service, I guess, like, you know, from your partner. that is something that I definitely think should be brought up, maybe, in conversation. And again, kind of like what we've said before, sometimes men need that little bit of perspective, that little bit of push. So maybe he's not seeing it the way that you're seeing it. And you just opening up that conversation could be a good start to being able to do the things that you need to do or want to do to fill your cup, both in your relationship and personally.
The way Alex and I do things is kind of how you said. So I'm in charge of the account and I pay all the bills. This man has no idea how much is in the account. But also, this man also doesn't tell me, go get your nails done, go get your hair done, go buy yourself a cup of coffee. I just do it. Now, there has been times when I tell him, babe, look, I went and bought this, but I thought it would be okay. Since he's like, you don't have to justify your purchases.
Or I've even been there for times where like you have like asked him and he's like, why are you asking?
Yeah. Like I'll ask him like, babe, is it okay if I do this? Like, why are you asking me? Like, type of thing. I was gonna say something.
Sorry.
No, you're good. He just tells me, as long as you think we're gonna be okay for the rest of the week, and as long as we have enough for our bills, spend whatever you want. And maybe like Desi said, you have to bring that up to him. Ask him, hey, can I just like, if I need something, can I go get it? If I want to get my nails done, can I just go get them? Or do I have to ask you? Because at the end of the day, you are the one paying the bills. So you should know if you have enough money in the account. Yeah. Right? If you already know that if with the income your partner is making, you're not going to have enough, then I don't see why you would want to add that pressure onto him. Because it's like, I'm doing what I can. I have a job. I'm working. Like, I can't just magically put more money in the account. Right. But it's also the type of thing of like, if he's actively telling you like you can only pay the bills with what's in the account, nothing more, then that is an issue. Because you're also you're human, you're a woman, you have needs. Before you got married to this man, you were getting your hair done, you were getting your nails done. The one thing my mom told me, or before I got with Alex, was you better make sure he's paying for your nails, you better make sure he's paying for your hair, you better make sure he's getting you the clothes you want. And even though we live with my mom, and she's still, because sometimes I'll feel guilty, like, oh, like we live here, and we don't even like pay you rent. She'll be like, Mija, but I don't have to worry about you because he's taking care of you guys. He buys the diapers, he buys the wipes, he buys the girls' clothes, he buys you clothes, he buys you this and that, etc. And that's the thing. Are you being taken care of? And not just in the sense of what you need, but what you want. Because that's important. That is just as important as what you need. Again, just reasonably, right? Working within your budget. Because there have been times when I was blonde, my roots were so grown out because we couldn't afford $270 to get my hair done. Right. I have extensions in. I got them with the tax season money, guys. I got, whenever I have to dye my hair and get them moved up again, it's $370. I will save up for 2 months just to get that done. To be able to do that. It's not like I just, he got paid, let me take the money out. No, I have to budget for it. I have to save up. So
I think one thing to like consider too is the fact that when we are staying home with like our kids or whatever, you are, like you said, never clocking out. We are not getting paid to do the things that we do. So if you have the means to, have your man as the provider, and you're basically like the accountant, staying on top of things, doing everything around the house, doing everything for the kids, like all that stuff, like give him almost that perspective as if like that's you getting paid. Yeah. Being able to go and, go out for a movie, being able to go out for dinner, being able to go, like I said, get yourself, $5-7 coffee, like whatever. Like that is that's your reward. That's your payment. And that in turn, that's also filling your cup and, providing you with that sense of like doing something for yourself.
Another perspective you can give him is how much money you guys are saving on daycare, considering you're the one that's not working and you're the one watching your kids. because if you were working, your whole paycheck would be going towards daycare, and you'd be left with like maybe 200, 300, which it's a lot of help in a lot of cases, but it's also like, is it really worth, you know, someone else watching your kids, right? Again, just remember being reasonable and just setting up your future self for success. I got my nails done, and the only reason I did, you guys, is because I went to Mexico for my grandma's funeral, and I literally paid $40 for my nails because it's just cheaper over there. Other than that, if it had been here, I would not have gotten them done, you guys, because I paid like close to $110 for my acrylics, and that right there is like would be setting up our future selves for not success, for failure. So it's just, you know, if you can't get your nails done, that's fine. Go buy press-ons. Go on a little trip to TJ Maxx. Buy a $20 shirt. But, you know, just
find something to fulfill that little piece, because we all need it. Like you need to do something for yourself, and then also opening up that conversation with him about
because remember, we talked about this
stuff.
Not a lot of men have that perspective. Not a lot of men go out of their way to think about what we as women need. But if you do have the means in your bank account and you do have the money, then definitely talk to them about it, because what the heck.
Well, we talked about things like doing things with your kids that don't even require money, like taking them to the park and things like that. Find things that you and your husband can do that don't cost money. I mean, in the wintertime, like around Christmas, going on a drive and looking at all the Christmas lights.
Like hot cocoa.
Or like, I don't know, going on a walk together. Like going to Target or TJ Maxx and not even needing to buy anything. Literally just going just to walk around.
Shopping.
Yeah. Like just finding something to do together and separately that fills your cup. I feel like I'm repeating like the same thing for all these questions, but it really is just like that's what it is.
This one says, from Luisa, Miss Bestie Girl, talk about the new show on Netflix, Catfish, and your opinions. I haven't watched it, so Desi, take the wheel.
That shit is fucking wild. Excuse my French. Okay, so you haven't seen anything about it? No spoilers, nothing?
Nothing.
Okay, so basically it's this whole documentary about these two kids that were in like a really young relationship in a really small town where like everybody knows everybody. And they had been together since they were like 12 years old. They get into high school together and they start getting these like anonymous texts from an unknown number. And it's like completely shitting on like the girl and like their relationship and saying that like he like should be with somebody else and like this and that. And it goes on for like a year, like over a year. And the texts get as bad as like telling her that she should go like off herself and calling her a bitch, but it's also like a lot of like sexual things that are like mentioned too. And then they end up breaking up. This person goes as far as like when he gets into a new relationship, like finding that girl's phone number and things and like texting her. So there's like a whole like investigation, because some of these texts would come at like 50, 60, 70 texts a day. Wow. Yeah, like somebody like literally stalking them. So there's like a whole investigation on it. The sheriff can't like figure it out, so they end up getting the FBI involved to like do all the like IP address and things like that and like whatever. It was the girl's mom the entire time. The girl that was being cyberbullied, it was her mom. Sending her all those messages.
Why?
Yeah. And so the police like go and like confront the mom or whatever, ask her for all her devices. They have a warrant for all her devices. And literally like the daughter this entire time is just like so like
mind blown
there. Well, yeah, but like she has like no reaction to it. Like in the end of the documentary, she's still saying that like she needs her mom in her life and like she still wants her like relationship with her and things. Like she is so like manipulated like beyond reason. It is insane. And mind you, this entire time up until they reveal that it was the mom was like doing interviews with the documentary, like the people that were doing the documentary. And like, we were trying to figure out who it was and this and that. And then Turns out it was her the entire time.
I couldn't tell
Doing
your
the
fucking
worst.
kid to off themselves, or what the fuck?
Yeah. Like, and that's what I've been seeing is like, it's one thing to like say that you have trauma, say that you have mental illness, say that, you know, whatever. And it's another to like use that as an excuse for doing bad behavior. Like, I literally saw this post and I reposted it. It's by that Chris Olsen guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And he was like, having a mental illness and like using that as an excuse to do bad things doesn't make the bad things any less bad.
Yeah.
Like, you're still a bad fucking person. You know?
Oh my gosh.
It is, yeah, it's actually crazy.
That is
my jaw was like
sad.
on the floor. I was having so many different conversations with so many different girls in my DMs about it.
That's almost giving like jealousy. Like, are you jealous of your daughter?
So I think that she was like trying to like live through her daughter. Like, maybe she wasn't like the most popular in school and things like that. So then seeing her daughter like living the life she wished she would have had made her like jealous. Not only that, but I think she was obsessed with her daughter's boyfriend because everything was like focused in on him. Like, he needs to be with someone better. All the sexual things were about like him.
Oh, that too. I forgot what? Like,
and then like even when they broke up, the texts continued and it was all about like her, like, it's a good thing they're not together because she like ruined his life. And then like when he went and got a new girlfriend and her mom still like going out of her way to find the new girlfriend's number and like texting her and stuff, like, that is actually insane.
That is sad. That is actually really fucking sad.
And the mom literally only did like a year in prison and she's out already. Yeah, it's insane.
Does she have contact with her mom?
She can't right now. They would like write and talk on the phone and stuff when she was in prison.
Oh, yeah.
But they can't right now. And at the end of the documentary, she basically said that like she's open to having contact with her mom when she feels the time is right. But she like doesn't know when the right time would be.
I'm glad they're like not buddies because oh my gosh.
Well, and that's where like I say the manipulation comes in because like that's one of the biggest like topics is the lack of reaction from the daughter and then also the mom's not the mom's husband. So the dad's reaction. Because turns out too, I forgot to add this in, she had been lying about like her work for over a year. So she had said that she had had these 2 jobs that she would work from. She would get ready in the morning for work. She would be telling them that she like was busy. She had to do this and that for work. Turns out she was unemployed the entire time. Yeah. Like, so she was just like pathological liar, like psychopath, fucking.
That's literally her catfishing. I think she's gaslighting herself into living the life that she wishes she had.
Yeah.
Also, this is why you should have joint bank accounts.
And providing such like, she's like the epitome of a narcissist too, because she was the one hurting her daughter and knowing that she was the one like causing all this hurt. And then her daughter would literally go to her crying about it. Like, and then she'd be like, it's okay, sweetheart. Like, I'm here for you. Trying to, like, uplift her.
How do you not feel any guilt? She does not love you.
And I think that's why the daughter is so, like, mind-fucked. Is just because it's, like, how do you wrap your head around the person that was hurting you so badly being your mom when your mom was the one that was holding you when you were crying about being hurt? Like, I think they interviewed the mom's sister, and she was literally, like, she got to like be the villain behind closed doors and then like turn around and be the hero. Yeah. Like she was, you know, causing all the pain or whatever, but she was still like the hero to her daughter, like trying to make it better.
Maybe that was her goal. Just feel like that's giving narcissistic.
Yeah.
Like you really want someone to like kiss your feet or like someone to think the world of you.
Oh my gosh, and then she makes a comparison in there, which is also like such a hot topic, where it was like, she was like, most of us in our lifetime like break the law. The difference between me and you is like, I got caught. Yeah. And I'm like, that does not justify it. That does not make it any better.
Mind you, she didn't break the law. She just tormented her daughter to a point where like
she broke the law. Like it was like cyber stalking because it was like the boyfriend too. Not only that, but she should have got sexual harassment charges too for the type of shit she was telling these 14-year-olds.
Let me rephrase. She didn't think she was breaking the law. She was just fucking like tormenting her daughter, which
for her own like satisfaction
to a point where like the police had to get involved, and then she got caught. which then realized she broke the law.
Yeah.
But it's like, woman,
no remorse, no accountability, no nothing. It was just like, oops.
I just can't wrap that head around the fact that she did this to her daughter. Because what the fuck? We were just talking about this last episode. One of my biggest worries is my freaking kids getting bullied at home. What do you mean you're bullying your daughter?
Yeah.
All day long.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Insane.
That is crazy.
If you haven't watched it yet, definitely go give it a watch. Now you need to watch it. That's your homework.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Do you want to talk about personal hygiene?
I don't really know what to like touch on that. Like, I guess the only thing that comes to mind when I say like personal hygiene, or when I think personal hygiene and like feminine hygiene,
It's my shower routine.
is like, yeah, no, I was gonna say like hair washing routine and stuff like that, because like my hair is like naturally really oily, and so like I can't go like 4 or 5 days between hair washes. Like I can't do that.
Yeah.
I wash my hair every other day, and on the day that it's not
Hair wash.
hair wash day, it's usually a slick back because it's already starting to get oily.
Yeah. Let's see my shower routine. So I get in the shower, Oyenza.
These are the products that I use. No, low-key, I'd be like doing that in my head sometimes. I'm like, this is my shampoo, this is my...
You sit in front of the mirror trying to, or when you stock up on all your shower routine products and you're so pretty, so filled. So because of my extensions, I wash my hair once a week only, and that's usually Sunday nights. If not, I'll off for like Monday or Tuesday night. But like my body, I will wash that as often as I can, because I mean I have kids. Sometimes I just don't have the time to shower. I learned that you should always start with a antibacterial soap, an unscented antibacterial soap, and then if you follow with your scented body wash, it lasts longer. Yeah. I ran out of my exfoliator, but I would exfoliate all the time. I would exfoliate first, and then I would shave my legs, and then I would wash my body with an antibacterial soap, and then I wash it with my scented body wash, and that's it. Yeah.
I know another big like controversy kind of when it comes to the shower is like loofahs and whether or not to like use them. I've always used a loofah. The only difference is that the loofah is for your body only, and you change it often. It's not for your lady bits, and you're not spreading that all over the place.
Yeah.
Do you use a loofah?
No, I use we get a Walmart. It's like this big wooden stick.
Oh, just like the little brush thing?
It's like the brush.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I also have a rock.
The pumice stone or whatever?
I don't know. It's just a fucking rock that I use for my heels. Yeah.
I guess that's like a feminine hygiene thing too, is like foot care and like and things like that. I don't get pedicures regularly just because we can't afford it all the time.
Yeah.
But I used to work in like a factory where we would have to wear like steel-toed boots, and ever since then my feet have like never been the same. Like I have little calluses that are on like the very edge of my little pinky toe, and then I have one on like the very edge of my big toe, and then my heels get like super dry, but I try to take care of them. You know who's really good with feet care, surprisingly, is Billy. He is so sensitive about his feet. Like, this man will literally put lotion on his feet throughout the day. And it's just like a weird thing, because we've talked about this, because I'm like, I do not like the feeling of lotion on my feet. Yeah. Like that like slimy, slippery feeling, I can't do it. But this man will like moisturize his feet constantly. Like, he probably has nicer feet than me.
I do put lotion on my toes during the winter, and it'll be like, it's not randomly throughout the day, but like, because again, with the winter it's drier. Have you ever like scratched something other than that sound that like irritates you? My toes will sometimes feel like that, and it's like they're just dry, so I have to like go put lotion like right by the toenails, and that'll fix it. But that's the only times I'll ever like.
The only time I like moisturize like that is after the shower. Yeah. But I won't do it like throughout the day or like anything like that.
Also, I guess this goes into personal hygiene. the reason we go through our baby wipes a lot is because I use the baby wipes. And it just helps, like, really get clean down there.
I've never used any, like, wipes or any, like, feminine care down there just because I heard that it's, like, not the best for you. So I literally just use...
Because you're wiping away all the, like, good bacteria. Because you have good bacteria, guys. Okay? Not all bacteria is bad down there.
Yeah.
Also,
changing your underwear frequently.
Even if you don't shower.
Yep.
Yeah.
And a big thing that I've noticed with myself is cotton underwear. 100% cotton underwear. Like, I've tried underwear that are like the no-show, whatever that silky, sleek material is, and I can't do it. It's not for me.
Yeah.
So 100% cotton underwear. Yeah, changing your underwear frequently. One thing to note too, real quick, sorry, is that there's, like, your body has, and I literally just watched a TikTok on it, of a girl that does, like, Brazilian waxes. Your body naturally has, like, a scent down there. Like, it's always gonna have its own scent. The only time that you should be alarmed by there being a smell is if it's, like, super foul, you know, then, like, you might want to go see your OB. Yeah. But, or your gynecologist. Is that the same thing?
Gynecologist, yeah. No, because OB is for pregnancy.
Only for pregnancies? But
yeah, obstetrics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, just your gynecologist
is like actual, like, women.
But I think you can still go see your OB for non-pregnancy related things,
if you've had children, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Once you have children, you go from a gynecologist to a OB. Or I think they do the same shit. I don't know.
If you smell something funky down there, just make an appointment, girl.
They both work with vaginas. How much is that bringing? Speaking of odor, when you're on your period, sometimes you're gonna smell. I mean, dude, it's blood. You know, and if you're a person that, like, because I have had friends who, like, I'll be near them and I'm, like, able to, like, kind of pick up on the smell. And I know that maybe there's been times when they can pick up on my smell or something, but you never know. Either they've been in a rush, they hadn't had time to change their pad, they're on the last days or something, you guys. At the end of the day, it's normal. Yeah. We're all girls. Do not shame a girl for, you know, something that you yourself are going to go through at some point in your life, at some point in the next week, in 2 weeks, when your period comes. I've learned that pads are better than tampons. I actually stopped using tampons right after. I haven't used a tampon since before I got pregnant with Lulu. I got pregnant with Lulu, and after that, it's just been pads. Just because, I don't know, just there's, like, forever chemicals that have been found in women's products. They've been found in pads, but I don't know. I just feel better about it sitting outside than inside of me. I've heard about, like, different methods for, like the Diva cup for, like, your period and stuff.
I do not have the courage to do that.
Yeah, no, that's scary. Some say it hurts, some say you have till you get the hang of it, but
I just don't want to be sticking my fingers up there to get it out and put it in, and I'm just not that comfortable with my own body like that, girl.
Well, they say that depending on what size you get, it'll last you all day long.
That's what I've heard, because it collects, like, a full day's worth of blood, which when you see it, it's, like, not very big, and I'm like, that's gonna hold, like, a whole day's worth of blood. That doesn't add up to what I see on my pad. I do use tampons, but I use the 100% organic cotton ones. I don't know if it really makes a difference or not, but there
are brands that are dedicated to, like, real women hygiene, real women care.
That, I think the one I use is, like, the L brand from Target. It's 100% organic cotton.
Yeah.
And then I've used, I think it's like honey something. Honey pot or something like that. They have, like, vaginal, like, soaps and stuff too that I don't use, but they have period products too. Oh. Any hormone change is gonna make you smell, because, like you said, with, like, periods, also after you have a baby, oh my gosh. Yeah. I am not somebody who, like, sweats profusely. I've been blessed with that. Yeah. And so, like, there's been times where I've, like, forgotten to put on deodorant and you literally can't tell. Like, I just don't sweat. I don't really, like, BO wise, I don't usually like smell like that.
Yeah.
When I am pregnant or after I have a baby, whole different story. Like constantly having to put on deodorant, constantly having to shower and clean myself, because I just feel like you just smell so much more when you have all those hormones, but that's natural. Like you literally smell that much because your baby needs to get to know your smell, to know
and
that's
find you.
mom.
That's why your armpits actually stink really bad if you're breastfeeding.
By your boob.
Because it's by your boob, and that's how your baby's gonna find it.
Yep.
So listen, to what others may be girls, to your baby it's everything.
Yeah.
With back to periods, this is what I wanted to touch on. I found out that the way you eat actually affects how much older you're gonna have during your period. So if you're eating like a bunch of junk food, which in your period you love, guys, do it. It's fine. Just try to change your pad a little bit more often. Try to wipe down there. But yeah, I found out that if you eat more greasy foods or like more like sugary sweets, it's all that. It's gonna make your blood have a certain scent.
Speaking of wiping, that's also what's going to make you have a nasty smell down there and make you prone to UTIs and things like that, is the way that you are wiping. You should never mix your wipe from back to front, if you know what I mean.
Because you're also bringing in bacteria. Your flour is very delicate, so remember, always front to back. The back is nasty, so there's no reason why you would be wanting to
carry that to the front.
Yeah, so always front to back. And also
hydrate.
That's a big thing. Yeah, hydrate, water, because the more you're hydrated, the less prone you are to like a lot of body odor, because that's like your body doesn't have as much toxins to like release. Never always I wanted to touch on this one with the shower routine. Always clean yourself with an antibacterial unscented soap down
Dove
there.
is like the go-to. The little Dove bars of soap. Can't go wrong.
And never clean yourself inside, please, because you have healthy bacteria in there that does not need to be bothered whatsoever. And
it naturally cleans itself. The only thing you need to be taken care of is the outside. When I was younger, I used to be really, really, really prone to UTIs. But that's kind of like that was my trauma response, was because I would like hold my pee and like not want to go to the bathroom. So when it comes to like UTIs too, making sure that you're taking care of your body that way, because sometimes it's just I know a lot of girls that are just like prone to them, like they just get them all the time just for whatever reason.
Work, if you're holding your pee in a lot because you can't get a break at work, or we're so busy, caught up, and
they're normal.
Simply holding your pee in a lot gives you a UTI.
It doesn't mean that you're like
a dirty person,
or anything like that. Like they are perfectly normal.
Yeah. So no shame in that, girl. But remember, we're all girls. Not a lot of us have the same education. I didn't learn about women hygiene until like high school. At some point in high school, I learned like the proper way to like take care of yourself. So no shame in that.
I'm pretty sure I learned like you learn like on your own too.
Yeah.
Like learn as you go type of thing.
Yeah, I learned on my own. Like my mom didn't teach me about it. Just remember, show grace to any other woman who might have a strong odor or something, or just, yeah. We got more, guys, but we don't have time to answer them all. But
we said this was going to be a short episode, and we've already been recording 2 hours.
We hope that our advice helps you in any way, shape, or form. And if it doesn't, then at least now you know that maybe this just wasn't your episode.
Yeah, so if there's some unanswered questions that you have, or some advice on a situation that you're going through that you would like, we'll probably open up
another poll
or question or whatever on our Instagram story next week. So.
We're not professionals. We're simply speaking to you based off of our experiences and what we've taken away from them, what we've learned from them, and that is the best we can do. And what we tell you does not have to always resonate with you. You can literally look up anything on YouTube, find a different podcast, you guys. Like there's
so many resources out there now.
You have so many resources out there. So yeah. Thank you guys again for participating. It means a lot to us. Even if it's just one, even if it's just two, it means the world to us because that's why we're doing this, because we love, it's not, chisme isn't always bad. It can be this. It can be helping each other out.
Just girl talk.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's it for, it's our first episode of September.
Oh, you're right.
It is.
Yes.
So we've been doing Sippin' Pretty now for a full month.
Damn. I think we were talking about doing a cake when we hit 100 subscribers on YouTube. You guys were at 94.
We're like 6 subscribers away from 100 on YouTube. I was going to tell you when we went to go get our coffee, we are 3 subscribers away from 400 on TikTok.
Already? That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
So, small wins are
so proud of ourselves.
Are still wins, yes.
Yeah.
And every little step in the right direction is
one step closer.
Yes. So, thanks for tuning in this week, and we'll see you next episode.
Bye.